Example 2, a cooking cheat sheet. In the back of a recipe book, a diagram provides easy conversion to use while cooking. What does the diagram tell us? When we're talking about this question where it says, what does it tell us? It's asking us, what is the rate? All right, so if we look at this, we would be wanting to find the amount of ounces per 1 cup. Our amount of ounces per 1 cup. So we're going to put ounces per cup. Our next question says, is the number of ounces proportional, having the same value, to the number of cups? How do you know? So we're going to take our rate that we're finding of ounces. Remember, our line means per cup. And we're going to show each of these values. All right, so let's start with this first one. We have 4 ounces divided by half a cup. Now, in order to solve this one, and I hope you remember from last year, oops, sorry, got that out of the screen. Hope you remember from last year how to divide fractions. So I'm going to put a little note right above this question. You might put it down below. I just want to make sure I have enough room to work. So right here. So to divide fractions. We refer to it as keep, change, flip to help us remember. So we keep the top number the same. So I'm going to rewrite this problem. Keep the top number the same. We change division to multiplication, and then we take the bottom and we flip it upside down. So now we can multiply our fractions, which would be straight across. So we would get 8 over 1. Another way you're going to start to see this in 7th grade is that we multiply by what's called the reciprocal. Reciprocal means to take this fraction and turn it upside down. So you might also see it as, I'm going to write in blue here, times 2 over 1 times 2 over 1. Now if you notice, we get the same thing on the top, but down here when we multiply, 1 times 2 is 2, and 2 times 1 is 2, so we get 2 over 2, which becomes 1. So we're going to start to see this written like this a lot more. So let's take our next part right here, and let's work it. All right, so we had 8 ounces per 1 cup, which would simplify down to 8. All right, here we have 12 and 1.5. So 12 ounces and 1.5 cups. Now in order to work this, we need to change this mixed number into an improper fraction. So in order to do that, we take 2 times 1, we multiply. So 2 times 1 is 2, and then we add that numerator, so 1, which would be 3 over 2. Now I'm going to start writing it like this. I'm going to use that blue color so you can see what happens. We're going to multiply both the top and the bottom by the reciprocal, or that bottom fraction flipped from our keep, change, flip. All right, so if we multiply this, this becomes a 1. And if we divide anything by 1, it stays the same. All right, so now we need to multiply. Make that into a fraction. 12 times 2 is 24. 1 times 3 is 3. And if we simplify this down, so divide both by 3, we get 8 over 1, or 8. Let's do our last comparison here. 16 divided by 2, which if we simplify, we get 8 over 1. So to answer our question, is the number of ounces proportional to the number of cups? Our answer would be yes, because all ratios are 8. You could say all the ratios are the same. So you could also say are the same. So you have a couple of options on how you can phrase that.